Hello everyone, ObiVanDamme here and welcome back to Let's Play Lords and Villeins. We are in episode 1 of the guide series, which is the new series of the game after I decided to restart our Let's Play series. I did that because of multiple reasons. First reason, I did lots of things, wrong because I just didn't know what I was doing in a brand new game. And we also kind of reached the end of the current available production lines. So we implemented the baker, which might be the most complicated one. And the only thing we were missing really is the blacksmith and the rope maker, which don't serve any purposes at all. And I think we also did not have a smelter, which is a prerequisite for the blacksmith, but also does create bricks, which we did not have. So that aside, we basically reached the end of what's currently available. So I decided let's start back or let's start over again and try to do things better than before, and also try to make a town that looks actually good compared to the thing that I created the last time. And I did some experimentation and I think I have a pretty good plan how you can set up a pretty good looking town that's also somewhat efficient, and the secondary goal besides the guide part of the series, where I want to explain some of the things that I discovered and that the community discovered, I would like to give you a guide or a guideline how to create a good looking town. And the final goal is I want to build a huge manor. Also did a sketch on that, and I think that will be pretty amazing. So we are on a new map. I also created a different kind of map. It's seaside this time, for the simple reason I wanted all the water to be on one side. So we have lots of building room over here without any lakes disturbing our city layout. So this is a seaside map. All the water is on one side, which is great. And let's take a quick look at the families. We have 3 of them as usual. We have the VanDamme family as last time with a spouse and 2 children. We have the Marquette farmer family, 2 people. And we have the Biles family, foragers, also two people. So we don't have many people in our starting setup, but that's okay. So let's start by setting up the village. And the thing that I thought might help is to basically create a tile or a block layout or a grid layout. That's how you call it usually. So you can see we already start with a single large block of 13 by 13 tiles. That's the warehouse. And the idea is that we will create zones that are all 13 by 13 as well, and separated by one tile where we will add roads later on. So let's go ahead and do that. We will do this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So perfect square. That's going to be a lot easier once we have the sizing tooltip on the zones. We currently have them, for some weird reason, on walls. So if you can see here, this says 8 by 8. So we know how big a zone is if we build walls, but we don't get the same tooltip for zones, which will be implemented, I think, in the next patch. So we have this royal woodlands. Let's add 2 households for the beginning. So we do the same thing. That's 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 13, 1 household. Let's see, maybe that's some good space for woodlands as well. So let's go up one more time. It's hard to see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like this. So we have 2 households. Now we need a farmland. And for the farmland, I will show you that later. Let's do this first. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, farmland. And then we will do a manor. That's also 13 by 13, but that's going to be a household later when we move the manor. So that's just temporary. So you can see this already looks way more organized than before. And now the beauty of that, of the building system of the game, is that we now have these zones lay out in a grid pattern, but we don't have to build grid-like inside of it. So also we can hide that, so that it will look pretty natural and at the same time be highly organized. So that's, at least that's the plan, and I think that will work. We need to do some changes to the starting setup. So first thing is I want to change the priorities of the woodlands. So for products, I want to remove, oh no, not remove. I want to increase wood to 4 because we need way more wood than we need planks. We need planks for some of the furniture and also for doors, but the main resource we need in the beginning is wood. It might actually make sense to keep it like that. They can collect mushroom and blueberries, but I don't want them to collect that many of these because I want the foresters to buy food from the farmers. So that's this. Also on the farmland, yeah, we need to do some changes to the farmland because the default values are pretty busted at the moment. So you can see it is set to produce wheat and barley 1-to-1. And the problem with wheat and barley is wheat and barley will produce something you can't use immediately. You have to put that on the flailing spot, but that's not the problem. If you look at the flailing spot right here, you can see the recipes. So wheat and barley have the same recipe. They will be ground or separated into straw and 3 grain. The problem with grain is you cannot use it immediately unless you have a miller, because grain is what the miller grinds into flour, which the baker turns into bread, which needs an oven, which needs stone blocks, which needs a mason, which needs stones, which needs a miner. So you can see that's nothing we want to do right now. So you can see that if you open the tutorial book and go to cooking, here you can see under grains, the regular grain does not show up over here. It's just rice grain and corn that can be used immediately. And then we have bread over here, which uses the flour, as I explained. So the default recipe will basically only yield straw that you can sell for straw structures like the beds, the some of the walls, the roofs and stuff like that. But we have a good amount of straw already available, so I don't think we need that. And we cannot use the grain, and they will not produce anything else. They will not produce wheat because it's out of season. So we will have 100% barley, which only yields straw, and that's not what we want. So get rid of that and tick rice to level 3 and parsnip to level 1. Rice needs to be a higher priority because it takes quite a while to grow and it will only yield 5 rice grain per harvest, while parsnip will yield 8. So with a ratio of 3-to-1, you will roughly end up with 1 piece of parsnip and 1 piece of rice grain at the end of the season. Or the ratio will be almost 1-to-1. That's this. So next thing is we need soil, and we can use, I think, something like this. That's 9 by 11. That's 99. Let's go with 88. That way we have 42. 42 is great. That's the answer to everything. We have 40. Oh no, we have 44. Oh, I can't do math this early in the morning. We have 44 tiles per family member, and that should be enough. We can use the remaining space for a silo. That will go right here. We will add a barrel right here. We will add the flailing spot. Where is it? Right here. And we will add a storefront to the marketplace. Maybe right here, and then we have 2 spots left that will get ground storage like this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's the farming spot. Let's give this to the family. We should increase this amount maybe to 40%. In the beginning, let's increase it even further to 50. In the beginning, I want to make sure that the farmers do not produce too much stuff that they cannot sell. Because that's something one member of the Great Lords and Villain community giant monster games. I'm sorry if that's wrong. I know that GMG is the abbreviation of the guy. He figured out that overproducing too much stuff will make the prices drop like crazy, and then the farmers will be broke because they don't get any money. So make sure to seize or to tax a huge chunk of the production material in the beginning of the food. We don't need that much of the construction material. Actually, we almost need nothing of it, to be honest. Well, neither do the remaining people, so maybe let's go with 30%, that's fine. We'll do this, and then we have to give them the housing spots. So this one will go to the farmer family. And here we have the next thing you need to make sure is change this away from fee farm. Because if you charge your households, you will earn money, which at the moment does not do anything for you. You cannot do anything with money except pay stewardry, which we don't want to use. So if you don't set this to fee farm and you don't have any stewardry available, that means that you are going to drain your Villeins of their money, and they will no longer be able to trade with each other because all the money will end up in your pocket, and that's not what we want to have. So until we use stewardry, make sure you give away the households for free or your villagers will not have money. So I think with all of this set up, we are almost ready to get started. No, we are not. We need, wait a second. We need the sawhorse in here. We need the storefront, maybe right there. And then we also need some ground storage. Let's give them 4 ground storage. I don't want to go to the side. So let's do something like this. And then let's also add some more trees. Also something I just discovered recently. You can actually build trees, which is great. I'm not sure if you should place trees everywhere, because then we might not get spawns for pigs and we might not get spawns for mushrooms and blueberries, but just some more trees so we have we get more construction material in the beginning. So we'll do something like this, and then we can unpause, I think, and start the game. So let's see what the people are doing. Or we can also start to make to build our manor, because we have all the construction material available. And of course we are not finished yet, because I'm stupid. I forgot the basic setup for us, the storefront in the warehouse. And we also need to give some food to the people or they will starve. We will give 20 food or 20 meals per person. So that's 40 for each family. Grant this. And then we need to sell some construction material. I think we need, you know what, we'll just give them all of that. They are not going to hoard stuff. That's pretty neat. So they will only grab that if they really need. So let's just stick with that. And now people should start working. Okay. So let's switch off on the zone visibility and start building our first house. Which is a house that will be used by someone else later. But for the moment, we'll just use it as our manor. We'll give that to someone else at a later stage in the game. So let's start with the wooden wall. The wooden wall has some one disadvantage. I think they changed the recipe in the recent patch from 2 wood to 1 wood and 1 wooden rod. But you don't start with a wooden rod. You start with stone, wood, planks, and with straw. So you don't have a chance as the Lord to build wooden walls in the first season unless you seize all the wooden rods from your forester. So yeah. We are either left with hay walls, which I don't like at all. We don't have wooden rods for cob walls. We don't have wooden rods for wattle walls, and we don't have the rods for wooden walls. So it doesn't really matter. It's fine. We'll start with this. let's see. I want to have this. And I saw a pretty neat screenshot where someone started building rectangular houses, but just left off the corner. And that looks really, really good, to be honest. So we will just copy that. So this is not my original idea, what I'm doing right here. But it just looks awesome. So we'll do that. The housing layout itself, that is my original idea. But that cutting the corners, that's something I saw. Okay, so that's the house. We'll add a wooden door right here. We will add one door right here. And we will add one door over there. Now I have furniture. We can go with for the manor. I think we can use noble beds. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Actually, wait a second. I want one double bed. That's also something I did not know, that the single and double bed dictates if your family will grow or not. If you have a double bed, married couples, so those with an engagement ring, I think, right here, they will sleep in a double bed, and sleeping in a double bed, as we all know, yields in getting more people in your village. So if you only place single beds, the population will not grow, which is something we don't want in the beginning because we want more workforce. Not necessarily for the noble family, but they will have lots of stuff to do as well, so that's a good thing. Let's place some flooring in here, like this. That will also get rid of all the trees. We will do this. Okay. So that's already looking pretty good. Next thing is I want to have a fence going from here to here. And then all the way down to there. And then have a fence gate right here. Perfect. Now we have this square used up, and you can see it looks like a square, of course, but it's not as boxy as it might have seemed when we just saw the zones being laid out. So now we have this area that we can use for the kitchen. So let's go ahead, add the cooking table to right here, add the cauldron. Let's add a shelf right next to it. We will then need the cauldron right here, and the barrel to store the food. That will go right here. Couple of ground storages on this side, and then just some furniture. Wooden table right here. We should be able to reach this bench from that spot over here. So we will do this, and then one chair right here. And then we have lots of space to add some additional storage, which we don't need yet. Only thing we really need is a well. That will go in this corner. And we need a wooden block. That will go, let's say, right here, with another ground storage right in front. And that's our first house. Okay. So now let's go over to the households of our villagers. And for them, we will just add a double straw bed. Let's see, you will get the house. Right. We'll give you the same house, I think. I have two different housing layouts already prepared. And I think I want to give my 2 villagers the same house. But maybe one is mirrored. So we'll do something like this. Okay, now let's speed up the game and see what happens. That, yeah, as I said, or as you can see, there is a lot of stuff to do in the beginning. And maybe adding storefronts right from the start is actually a bad idea. Because you can see she has to do all the work while this guy is standing at the storefront without... There's not much that has already been built, so I don't see a point in doing that at the moment. Okay, we can now start cooking in our manor, which is great. And I think we will also go ahead and seize... he does not have that many wooden rods yet. So another day has passed and there has not much been done. Which is okay. At least they are sleeping in a bed now. Everyone is sleeping in a bed, which is great. They also have meals for some days, so that's also fine. Let's take a look at the farm. Yeah, they are producing rice. They are producing parsnip. That's great. So yeah, that's me. No, that's my wife selling stuff. Yeah, I'm building fences. That's amazing. Yeah, as I said, we don't have the wooden rods yet to build any of the walls, so that's fine. Planting and plowing the fields, which is great. Let's see how much space we have for the manor. I want the manor to cover 6 of these tiles, so maybe we are already at the... we can count that out real quick. Let's slow down the game. We'll go to hay walls. And use that just as a ruler. So that's the top right corner. I think we can do one more household. No, that really needs already be part of the manor. So the manor should go from... let's delete that. Yes. We want the manor, the final one, go from right here this, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like this. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One space. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All the way up. Yeah, that's what the manor will look like at the end of the game. Like that. I know it's huge, but that's what it's going to be. It's fine. Can speed up the game. Maybe it makes sense to give these people some more royal forest. Yeah, let's do that. We can also use that grid layout and just merge 2 of these. So now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Something like this. Now we merge 2 adjacent 13 by 13 squares into one, and that's totally fine. That will not mess up the layout. We can just plant trees. A good thing is we can also plant trees on the farmland, so we don't need to build that in the forest. It just needs more. It just needs more time to grow outside of the forest. I didn't know that, so I actually thought that royal forests need to be on the forest, which is not true. You can just do something like that and that will work. Okay, so the farm is ready. We are currently building the floors here because we have planks. The only thing we are still lacking is the wooden rods. So we have two options. We can either seize them or wait until the first season is done, and then we will get some wooden rods that are being taxed. We can also start maybe building the house for the foragers because, or let's wait until they have all of the trees planted. Yeah, you see, this is a lot of work that she has to do. We definitely need more people. I don't know how comfortable this house needs to be before they have children. Not sure if that's sufficient, but we will see. Let's start by laying out the walls. That's fine. We will also use wooden. We could use cob. I think we will have lots of wooden rods available. But for the moment, let's go with wooden walls. That's fine. It just costs 2, so everything else is way more expensive than just wooden walls. So we will start with something like that. Go to here, there. Oh, we have a brewing family. We don't need that yet, but that's also something I forgot. I didn't know that. We have this. And then one bed here, one bed there. Yeah, I think that's fine. Can then go all the way to here. And close that off. So that's the house. We will also lay out flooring, at least right here. That way they will automatically get rid of the trees. Unfortunately, they don't get any material for clearing this area. I think that's something that will be implemented at some point in the future. So at the moment, clearing trees will not yield any material, which is weird. But as I said, that's already addressed. So we have a door in here, have a door over there. I just need to place it like this. Okay, that's fine. They will also get a fence right here. Yeah, let's just lay that out as well. And then 2 fence gates, one here, one there. And we have our second house. So you can see the houses, it looks somewhat similar. And everything is way more organized. Okay. So that's all lovely. Yeah, you can see now my family has nothing to do because they built everything that's not made of wooden rods. And we don't have any of these yet. So that's fine. Let's take a look what the villagers actually want. Oh, I forgot one very important thing. Always place down the chest in the beginning. That way you can see the money the family owns. Another brewer. In the inventory. Yeah, at the moment we can't see that. You can see the possessions of the family right here. It's not much, and you can also not see the money. I know that you can figure out what the money of the family is somewhere. No, not here. Where can you see that? Accounting report? No. Market presence? No. No idea. Okay, so next thing we should set up is potentially cooking for everyone. So you will get a well in that corner. We'll get the wooden block in that corner. And you have the same thing, just like this, just on the opposite side. So that's fine. And now we can set up the kitchen for you guys. Oh, a tailor. A tailor makes sense, because everyone wants to buy clothing in the beginning. The only issue is we don't have any sheep yet, but that's something we can totally do. Wait, are you alone? No, there are two people. Okay, that's fine. So, let's start by giving them a household. Right here. This will go to you for free, of course. And they will receive a house that looks somewhat like that. But I think we will also mirror that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the top, and then we have the bed. Okay, let's go with a double straw bed. 1, 2, turn it. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then right here. Let's also do the walls already, just to make sure all the measurements are correct. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that works. Let's also give them some food. 40 meals for you, Grant. That's all nice. And now what we are going to do is we will just merge a second farm zone. Just like that. Oh, wait. Delete. Yes. Edit. Just like this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. We now have this. And ideally, we want to have a wooden fence. We have enough straw and they are producing vegetables, so that should be enough food for the animals. Let's just add a feeder. Right here and right there. Yeah, that's fine. And then once this is built, we will allow them to have some sheep. Yep. Okay, let's continue with the kitchen over here. You need this. You need the cauldron. Barrel. Shelf. And then for you, let's also do the outer walls, just to make sure. Fisher family is also very welcome. The scrolling could be a bit faster, to be honest. So let's go ahead, build some walls. Just like this. Then it goes down by 3, like this. Yep. And then here we have the kitchen inside. Okay, perfect. So let's do this. Cooking table. A cauldron. And then on the top side, we will just have a barrel sitting right here and a shelf sitting right here. Okay, I think that starts to look pretty good, but we are running out of time, so we'll make a cut in here. If you enjoyed the video so far, or the series so far, leave a like on the video, I highly appreciate that. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And most important, if you have some ideas for housing layouts that fit into a 13 by 13 square, send me some pictures of that. It can be a sketch, it can be an in-game screenshot, I don't really care. You can either reach out on Twitter, or you can join the Lords and Villeins Discord server. You can find the link to that somewhere on the homepage of the game, on the Steam page, I think. Or you can join my Discord, you will find a link to that in the description below, and then just post the screenshots over there. We have a screenshot section over on the channel, on the Discord. Always like that, and if you don't mind, I would put your name into the game. So if you send me a house, we'll rename the family to your username and have you live in your own creation inside of the tutorial world. So thank you very much for watching. Highly appreciate your the interactivity if you want to join the series. Otherwise, I have to come up with more designs myself. That's it. Thank you very much. I will see you next time, and then we will first of all fix the inaccessible structure thingy. Goodbye.